It's not every day you get the chance to disconnect from technology and enjoy the outdoors, but that's one of the main themes of a little spot outside of Lloydminster called Grahamtown. Now, a local woman runs the heritage site, including a horse program that aims to get kids in touch with nature. Anna Knotvate has more.
It's off the beaten path, but that's how it all began 17 years ago. In the middle of a pasture at a picnic table, Colleen Graham had a dream.
It started out that I was just taking my kids on horses. They started out in Smugglies and then they rode behind me and I led them. And we were taking all the neighbors' kids for rides, and they really wanted to start paying me because the kids wanted to be here all the time.
Since then, she has started a program called Pony Pals, where kids come after school 3 days a week to go on trail rides.
And I just find when kids are having fun on their horses, they learn without thinking. So they're with their friends, and if they want to get the mail, they have to learn how to steer their horse over to the tree.
Sometimes we play a man tracker, like she has a slower group and a little bit of a faster group, and one group always tries to find the other group. Usually in morning Wednesdays, we do this little dance because we're excited to come here.
And Colleen says offering the program for the kids is not just a chance for them to learn about horses, but to use their imaginations as well.
Sometimes we're Pony Express riders. We go and gather mail out of cowboy boots that are in the trees, and then they deliver them back to Grahamtown.
The kids also play in the old-fashioned town. Even without cell phones or iPads, they think it's pretty cool.
They're so cool how they're old-fashioned, and it's cool to see what it would have been like back then, even though it's not exactly like that. I like that the jail and the school. I basically like all of them, but my most favorites are the school and the place to get candy.
And this hidden treasure isn't just for kids. Colleen says adults and groups can sign up for the trail rides as well.
I think people want to slow things down and just come out and have a good time without your cell phones and all the hustle and bustle of being in the city.
Anna Knotvate, Newcap News.
Well, Bonnyville was rocking this weekend as the band Three Doors Down put on a special acoustic show. Fraser Snowden caught up with the band before their concert and has the story.
More than 1,200 fans came out to catch the popular 90s rock band Three Doors Down. Their biggest hit is a song called Kryptonite, and seeing how the band has been together for 18 years, some may think they would get tired of playing it at their shows. But lead singer Brad Arnold says that's not the case.
The crowd keeps it new for you every night, and you're in a different place playing it, and they're taking it in a little bit different every night and giving it back to you a little different. So it really does. It stays new.
The band has had many popular songs over their time, including Away from the Sun, Be Like That, and Here Without You. Guitarist Chris Henderson, who has been in the group from the beginning, says the inspiration from them comes from their experiences.
It's emotionally evoked, if that makes sense. Like songs like Away from the Sun come from a place where the band was kind of away from the sun in a really weird spot. Songs like that come from those places when everyone collectively feels this kind of weird thing. A good song will always come out of that.
I swear I didn't want to. Three Doors Down has done more than 1,000 shows worldwide, which brought them to a lot of unique spots. Arnold says it's hard to pick their favorite, but their experiences in Alberta stick out.
At least something every week that you get to do something that you figured that you'd never do. I guess this week, something that would stick out was just when we were riding through the Canadian Rockies the other day. It was one of the prettiest rides I've ever been on. It was just beautiful.
Fans can expect to hear a new Three Doors Down album next spring. In Bonnyville, Fraser Snowden, Newcap News.
It's graduation time for many area high school students, and that means celebrating the past while looking forward to the future. In this installment of Retrospect this week from the archives, Brian Hardy dedicates the entire report highlighting the dangers of out-of-control grad parties and featuring one of the most memorable sign-offs by reporter Glenn Kirby.
This week in 1988, a letter to the editor opened up a can of concern.
The letter lays out in graphic detail the last hurrah for the graduating class of Wainwright High. Joan Rajat saw an estimated 700 people pack this building. She saw fights, minors passed out from alcohol abuse, people urinating on carpets. And she decided to speak out.
What really bothers me is that we as parents say we will accept responsibility for the behavior of 700 people. There were 14-year-olds there, and we're going to let them drink as much as they possibly can. We won't cut them off at any point.
The kids are quick to defend their party, and most believe letting minors drink at the annual Grad Bash is okay.
Well, if you don't let them in, they're just going to go somewhere else and do it, so you might as well let them in.
It wouldn't be a grad party if you didn't have everybody there.
Parent Bernie Stern also believes things turned out well.
I feel that the children had a fantastic time, and they lived to tell about it, and that was our goal.
Stern hit a theme that seems to typify Grad Party mentality. If nobody dies, the party's a success. And that's why Joan Rajat is enraged.
You know, we just sit back and wait. Let them die.
It's hard sometimes for organizers to realize there could be dangers. It's harder yet for 600 or 700 guests to see things might get out of hand. But if you're a graduate, remember this. If a friend or a classmate dies from alcohol poisoning, choking on his own vomit, drunk driving, then that friend is gone. He's gone for good. I'm Glenn Kirby, Broadcast Center News.
Join us next time for a rural real estate boom on Retrospect, this week from the archives.